Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have Tom Kavanaugh with us. He is an honorably discharged veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps and creator of the Release Method, which is a content-free process that teaches people how to release their attachment to PTS. So welcome to the show, Tom.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate you having me.
Of course, appreciate you coming on. We'll dive into the first one, Tom. The first question I have for you is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
I think it was the fact that I was able to get through Marine Corps boot camp at Parris Island, and the message I got from that was, when your why is big enough, the how doesn't matter.
And what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that is within your expertise or industry?
I think that the most important and valuable piece of information I could share with everybody today is that forgiveness is the most powerful process you can engage in to transform your life in the shortest amount of time.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
I would get either a coach or a mentor as soon as possible.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
That would be to learn how to set and achieve goals on a daily basis.
And in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
Doing what you love.
And what's the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
The best book I've ever read, and I've read a bunch of them as a photo reader, is The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. It's got 67 timeless principles in there. I think the most important one I've seen, although they're all great, is to be able to connect with people who can expand your vision.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
My favorite quote of all time is by Nelson Mandela, and it is, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
Love it, man. Thank you so much for coming on. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where's the best place for people to find you online?
People can find me at www.newtrainingstrategies.com.
Perfect. Thanks again for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Okay, Tyler, thanks.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.